Society has always recognized the crucial role a mother plays in the development of children.
Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
But behavioral scientists have only recently begun to understand the vital role a father plays in a family's emotional health. According to psychiatrist Kyle Pruitt, the author of the book titled Father Need, dads are just as important to children as moms, but in a very different way. He cited recent studies indicating that by 8 weeks, babies can distinguish between the differing caretaking methods of a mother and a father. Further studies found that infants are born with a drive to connect with their fathers. Teenagers also express a deep need for their fatherly influences. In fact, some teen rebellion is often a complex effort by adolescents to connect with their fathers by confronting his rules and values. Sadly, many young fathers today see their children's mother as the primary caregiver and nurturer in the family. But kids clearly need their fathers just as much, and in some cases even more. Fathers, take time for your children. Don't let your career absorb all your time and energy. Don't squander the precious few years you have to invest in the life of your family.
Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
One of the most troubling of all problems with children is underachievement in school,
Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
where a child refuses to use his or her potential. Now, while there's no simple solution to this laid-back response, there are some approaches that may help. It's true that some underachievement is linked to temperament, learning difficulties, or slow physical development. These are tough problems to resolve. In other cases, the difficulty could simply be a lack of incentive. You see, we human beings are designed to respond to rewards. If there's no payoff for our efforts, we tend to become demoralized and lose interest. And this is especially true of children. Underachievers often see no good reason to work and sweat over their books, and we have to give them one. Now, a payoff doesn't have to be money or gifts. In fact, it's probably better if it isn't. A much more effective reward for motivating some children is social reinforcement. It's a fancy term for simple love and affirmation. Children want to feel appreciated, and they want to hear compliments, especially if they're true. In fact, some kids will sustain any sort of grind to hear a parent say, "I think you're the greatest." But when this sort of reinforcement is missing, an unmotivated young student may lack the drive to achieve his or her potential.
Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk. Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.
How important is a father's role in the overall health and well-being of a son or daughter? Some years ago, a greeting card company decided to do something special for Mother's Day. They set up a table in a federal prison, inviting any inmate who so desired to send a free card to his mom. The lines were so long they had to make another trip to the factory to get more cards. Due to the success of the event, they decided to do the same thing on Father's Day. Only this time, no one came. Not one prisoner felt the need to send a card to Dad, and many had no idea who their fathers even were. What a sobering illustration about the importance of a father's relationship with his children. Contrast that story with a conversation I once had with a man named Bill Houghton, who was president of a large construction firm. Through the years, he had hired and managed thousands of employees. I asked him, "When you're thinking of hiring an employee, especially a man, what do you look for?" His answer surprised me. He said, "I look primarily at the relationship between the man and his father. If he felt loved by his dad and respected his authority, he's likely to be a good employee." Then he added, "I won't hire a young man who has been in rebellion against his dad. He'll have difficulty with me, too." Fathers, never underestimate the incredible influence you have on your children, both your sons and your daughters.
Here's Dr. James Dobson with Family Talk.